Police say they stopped her for speeding. So why did a deputy violently pull her from her car?
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Dave Llewellyn.
Tonight, a Southfield woman says she was racially profiled by an Oakland County deputy, then falsely accused of a crime. The controversial arrest caught on camera.
And 7 investigator Ross Jones is live tonight in Pontiac with the very latest on what went down here. Ross?
Dave, Carolyn, good evening. Many of us have been pulled over for speeding, and when we were, it probably didn't look like this.
It's 9:45 on the morning of May 8th, and an Oakland County Sheriff's deputy says he sees something suspicious. A black Nissan Versa is circling in a Pontiac neighborhood. The driver is 27-year-old Gloriana Moore.
I wasn't familiar with the Pontiac area or the complex or anything like that.
The deputy would later say that Gloriana was driving in an area known for a high level of narcotics and violent crime. And truth be told, she just finished making a very important drop.
What were you delivering?
Dunkin' Donuts.
She works for DoorDash. And when she was done dropping off her second order of the morning, the deputy kept following her for 6 blocks before turning on his siren. He would later say she was speeding.
I was nervous because in the back of my mind I knew something wasn't right because of how he was following me.
She pulled over almost immediately, and what should have been a routine traffic stop became anything but.
What's up, man?
What am I getting stopped for? What am I getting stopped for? I don't have to leave my license.
Nope, you do. Now you're coming out the car.
Within seconds, the deputy reaches his hands into her car, opens the door, and tries to pull Gloriana out. She's still buckled in, but he keeps pulling.
I'm scared. I'm in shock. I can't believe that he's actually pulling me out of a vehicle with no knowledge of why.
After about 2 minutes, 3 other deputies arrived to help with the arrest. Gloriana is pulled out, cuffed, and put in the back of a squad car. Then a team of deputies spend the next 9 minutes searching her vehicle. Remember, she was pulled over for speeding. When they're done, deputies say they found drugs in her car. A field test said it was crack cocaine. It's a charge Gloriana denied, and as you'll hear in a minute, had good reason to.
I don't associate with anyone who does it. I've never tried it, sold it, bought it, nothing. So yes, that was a surprise to me.
I have a problem with how it all started. That's the problematic part of it.
Herb Tanner was a prosecutor for more than 20 years, and today he's a consultant for police departments and prosecutors across the state. We showed him video of Gloriana's arrest.
Ostensibly, it's a stop for speeding. That's a fairly routine stop. Many of us have been stopped for speeding, and we don't get hauled out of the car just because we ask, "Officer, why did you stop me?"
According to the sheriff's office, the deputy pulled her out of the car for his own safety because Gloriana, quote, immediately recoiled from the officer and reached her hands into the center console. But on video, Gloriana is only seen recoiling after the deputy reaches into her vehicle, and the only thing in her hands is her cell phone, which she used to record the arrest.
I have my seatbelt on. Look how he has me.
Ryan Hill is Gloriana's attorney.
It's complete fabrication. It's the way it's written, and I've seen it 1,000 times. It's a justification for an illegal stop and illegal arrest.
Under Sheriff Mike McCabe declined an on-camera interview for this story, but stood by his deputy's conduct. He said the search of Gloriana's vehicle was legal because officers were going to impound it and needed to take an inventory. We reached out to prosecutor Jessica Cooper's office to see if they agreed, and days after we did, came word that those drugs they found in her car weren't drugs at all. The county's crime lab ran a second test of the substance they found. It tested negative. The drug charge is now being dismissed 3 months after Gloriana was arrested.
They feel like they're scared, but we're scared as well when officers walk up to the car, especially when you know you're not doing anything wrong and you're falsely accused of doing something that you're not doing.
And while that drug charge has been dismissed, Gloriana is still facing a charge of resisting arrest. She's due back in court in October. We're live tonight in Pontiac. I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.